Marcus Rashford has been a leading light, hasn't he? His mission to get meals to children who need them most has inspired many of us to be a little kinder.
But it's not just legends like Marcus Rashford helping out. Community heroes are stepping up everywhere, including at a school in North London where I went along to lend a helping hand. Across the country, there's plenty of households that now find themselves needing a bit of a helping hand. But this school in North London is at the heart of a scheme to tackle that, offering boxes of food and other essentials to local families who need them.
Hi, my name's Marley. This is my mum.
Hiya. Single mum Lisa is among those for whom the school's community boxes have been invaluable support.
I'm a self-employed beauty, massage and nail therapist. My whole life changed during lockdown. Anybody could experience financial hardship in these times. You know, lots of people are coming together to supply us with this amazing produce. They've just been beyond amazing.
For another of the school's single parents, Demetra, the boxes have proved a lifesaver.
Do you want to help? Okay, grab a chair.
Because juggling 24/7 childcare with her job made it hard to get to the supermarket.
I used to work mainly during the night, so after they would have gone to bed, it was very difficult, very challenging.
The school's boxes are part of a project started by former investment banker Michael Hill, who's worried about the impact of the pandemic on families in deprived areas.
When I was growing up, I saw relatively significant levels of disadvantage and large levels of unemployment. But when I compare what I saw then to the disadvantage I see today, it is a lot worse today.
He invited schools to become centres for distributing food boxes made up of donations from local businesses, and Parkfield jumped at the chance to help.
The reality is a lot of the families we're helping are newly vulnerable. They have typically been low-income families, so they've gone to no income, and there was no real safety net for them. So we regularly have parents bursting into tears when they come into the hall, and it can be quite emotional, to be honest. You just see the impact. It's a tremendously rewarding experience.
Today, school staff are packing up boxes for more than 100 families. I've come along to help, and head teacher Alison Holding is showing me the ropes.
What goes into these boxes then?
Okay, so we always start with basics, which is they have pasta every week. That's what we've got here. Everyone will get a packet of pasta or rice. And then we build around that. So they usually have something like either pasta sauce or tinned tomatoes, and then all the fruit and veg and things. No 2 weeks are the same.
So it's a real mixture of all sorts of things.
Yes. Yeah. The reason we call them community boxes is because they're not just a food box. They're about supporting our community all round. So we're trying to also support the children's fitness and hygiene. So where we can, we get toiletries products and then actual things for the children to play with or use. So this week we've got the tennis balls that have been donated by Rackets Cubed. They're going to all get a pot of those. During the summer, when most of the children weren't in school, we were also sending out educational things like books and magazines to read.
You really have put everything into this, haven't you? Like, this really matters to you.
It's really important to us. It's really important to our families, and as a school, if the children come into school hungry or that knowing that their families are worrying about things, it makes it harder for them to learn as well.
It's all hands on deck, and it's easy to see how much this means to everyone giving up their time to put the boxes together.
Best part of our afternoon on Thursday is coming in here, getting these boxes ready, and it's a really meaningful part of the week for all of us. And they'll start peeping in the window as they walk past out in the evening to see what they're going to get, and that actually helps entice other parents to start signing up and coming tomorrow.
It's made me a bit emotional.
No, it is emotional, and it's great to choose when they get it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I am really emotional about it. I mean, I've not always been in a position that I'm in now. I was a single parent, essentially, and lived on benefits and didn't have any money, and, you know, and really had to, I really did struggle, you know, when my older two kids were growing up. And this kind of thing would have really helped me. Just think about all those kids that are all excited about what they're going to get. Oh, I can't wait for you to see this.
You'll get to see some of them.
It is a real operation in here. So much thought and time and effort goes into packing each and every single box, because not everyone gets the same. There's so many things to think about. But what you do get is the real sense of community here, how much, you know, passion they have for what they're doing. And it's really great to see so many different businesses and schools coming together to help out families that really need it the most. Soon the boxes are all ready to be collected, and I'm meeting some of the people who'll be taking one home.
For us as a family, an extra £20 or £30 during hard times, it really makes a big difference for me with a young family. Actually,
it's very isolating in the lockdown. So coming here on a Friday, at least we got to see people, and we collected our boxes. So it was just a really nice feeling.
Everyone's family has a different story and a different reason.
Yeah,
It sort of helps me stock up. It gives treats to the children as well, which is good. But it also gives us our fruit, our vegetables. So at least if something drastic happens tomorrow morning, I know that I've got someone to help me even with the basics.
I got a real sense of a community spirit.
We do have it here,
yeah.
yes. It's a wonderful school that have been really supportive.
So Zoe, has there ever been anything in the boxes that you've thought,
Yeah. The milk.
yeah?
And sometimes they give cookies and they give different delicious stuff.
Well, hearing the sorts of stories I have today has really reminded me of just how many families are really struggling right now, and makes you realise how that little bit of extra support really can make a difference. It's unbelievable that. What they were doing there was just fantastic.
Touched you, that story?
Yeah, it really did.
They're doing a
Got
brilliant
really-
job. Yeah. And actually, one of the positives to come out of lockdown